Good afternoon. I am going to talk to you today about the squat and the importance of the squat in any conditioning or training program, but specifically for a volleyball conditioning or training program. The squat helps to develop explosive power. It helps to really strengthen the top half of the legs. We work on our quadriceps, we work on our hamstrings, we work on all the muscles of the butt, we work on the abductors. So it's an extremely beneficial exercise. On top of gaining the strength in those muscles, we also work to strengthen the ligaments and tendons around the knee. As a volleyball athlete, a lot of the injuries are ACL injuries, so it's extremely important that we strengthen the areas around the knee to ensure that we do not have those injuries. Today I have Laura helping me. She is going to demonstrate the squat. First off, she's going to step underneath it. When you're starting a squat, it's important to keep the bar up high. You don't want to start with it super low. You want to make sure it's at a height that you can just step right underneath it and not strain your body prior to the exercise. She's going to step on back with the bar. A couple of things we want to make sure she does. We want her hands just a little bit wider than shoulders. We don't want them way out to the side of the bar, so close to her shoulders here. She's going to rest the bar right on top of her shoulders. Her feet are going to be slightly wider than her hips, and her toes are going to point out just a bit. It's not going to be significant, but it's going to be just a bit. As she lowers herself down, she's going to make sure she keeps a flat back, focuses up a little bit higher, focuses a little bit higher. You'll notice she sat her butt backwards. She went about 90 degrees until her thighs were even with the floor. And she's really working on pushing those shoulder blades together to make sure that she doesn't get any roundness in her back, either this way or the other way. So she goes down. Another important aspect here, I'm going to make her hurt real quick, is that her knees are behind her toes, okay? They're in line with the ankles. That'll help to make sure that you're doing the exercise correctly and that no injuries happen. So I'm going to have her just go through 5 squats now. Going down, she's doing a great job of keeping her back flat, sitting her butt backwards into the exercise, going down slow and being explosive up. 2 more. Going down. Good. It's important that if you do not have a machine such as a squat rack machine, that you have people spotting you, rather 2 or 3 people, to ensure that you're safe while you're doing the exercise and that no injuries occur. It's important to know that when you're doing squats, it's a power lift. You don't want to do 30 reps of it necessarily. What you want to do is typically 6 to 8 reps at your max weight, depending on where you are at your conditioning program at that point. A squat also has a ton of different variations with it. You can do the front squat where you're holding the bar out in front of you. You can do it on the Smith machine where it's a controlled squat to really make sure you're doing the motion correctly. The squat that Laura was just doing as a power lift, she's really working on the core as well because she has to balance that bar and really make sure she's in control of her body the entire time. You can use a weighted medicine ball, squat down with it, and then you get into the squat jump where you can squat with the medicine ball, throw it up. You can use weight plates and do a squat jump. You can use dumbbells. There's a ton of different variations to make it work for your program and for your team, depending on what level they're at. For the volleyball, the squat is one of the most crucial exercises we could ever put into our training program. So we always make sure that our girls are doing it correctly and that we put it in on every variation that we can throughout our season. Thank you.